Have you ever stopped to think why it seems that some people come into your life with the sole purpose of bringing you down? What no one tells you, and what you're about to discover, is that narcissists are not just ordinary manipulators. They are instruments of a greater challenge. There is a shocking and spiritual truth behind these interactions. God allowed these individuals to cross your path, not to destroy you, but to dismantle the control they have over your mind and spirit. You survived these traps because you are a chosen one. And now, you are here to expose this divine weapon that can turn any attempt at ruin into a solid foundation for your justice. In this video, you will understand why you were targeted, how to dismantle this manipulation, and more importantly, how your survival is proof that there is a divine purpose waiting for you. But beware, every second of this message contains a revelation that can change everything. Don't leave before knowing what is truly hidden behind all of this. Maybe you have experienced firsthand what it is to be a victim of manipulation, to see someone distort reality to make you question your own essence. It seems like they know exactly where to touch to cause pain, doesn't it? And while this is happening, you ask yourself, why me? Why is this happening to me? But what few understand, and what you are about to uncover, is that narcissists are like a dark mirror, reflecting the battles you need to win to free yourself and achieve your purpose. They don't cross the path of just anyone, only those who have something great to accomplish. You are not alone in this, and what comes next can open your eyes to something that no one has ever explained to you. Now imagine if you had the key to expose their entire game, dismantle the manipulation, and regain control over your life. How would it be to understand that these encounters, as painful as they may be, have a divine and transformative purpose? I will show you how this is directly linked to the fact that you are a chosen one, and how God places specific tools in your path to turn these challenges into growth. But here is the crucial point. The truth that no one tells you is deeper and more impactful than it appears at first glance. And I will only reveal this at the end, because it is essential for you to understand each part of this process until then. Believe me, losing this information would be losing the opportunity to change everything. Being a chosen one goes far beyond a simple designation or title. From a spiritual perspective, these people carry an elevated mission, something that transcends the limits of material understanding. The chosen ones are individuals who, from an early age, demonstrate unique characteristics such as deep sensitivity, a keen sense of justice, and an inexplicable connection with the divine. This spiritual mission usually involves illuminating paths, bringing hidden truths to light, and aiding the spiritual evolution of those around them. However, this responsibility does not come without challenges. The weight of a greater purpose can be both a burden and a blessing, requiring strength, resilience, and a lot of faith to withstand the pressures and trials that arise along the way. The chosen ones are often described as lights in the midst of darkness. They possess an energy that is impossible to ignore, radiating a luminosity that attracts both those seeking healing and those wishing to extinguish this brightness. Their presence tends to bring comfort, inspiration, and hope to many, but it also awakens resistance, envy, and hostility. Why? Because this light reflects truths that many prefer not to see. On the spiritual plane, the existence of a chosen one serves as a reminder that darkness is not eternal and that there will always be forces capable of dissipating it. However, it is precisely because of this that they face so many difficulties and are constantly challenged by people and situations that seek to undermine their potential. The purpose of the chosen ones is closely linked to the collective spiritual elevation. They are channels of transformation, instruments through which the divine works to awaken consciences and guide people towards the light. This can manifest in various forms, through inspiring words, compassionate actions, transformative art, or simply by their presence. However, this mission requires sacrifices. Often, the chosen ones face periods of isolation, doubt, and even persecution. It is as if the universe tests their ability to remain steadfast in the face of challenges, molding them into even stronger and wiser versions of themselves. The journey of a chosen one is not linear. It is marked by highs and lows that ultimately play an essential role in fulfilling their purpose. The brilliance of the chosen ones attracts admiration from some and resistance from others. They often become targets of people with selfish or narcissistic intentions, who see their light as a threat to the control they wish to exert. Narcissists, in particular, are experts at identifying people with elevated souls because the brightness of the chosen ones exposes their own shadows and weaknesses. It is an almost inevitable dynamic. While some feel inspired and strengthened by being around a chosen one, others try to steal their energy or even extinguish it. This resistance, as difficult as it may be, is part of the path. It challenges the chosen one to protect their light, to set boundaries, and to understand that not everyone is ready for the transformation their presence brings. Carrying the light in a world full of darkness is a challenging task. The chosen ones not only face external resistance, but also have to deal with internal battles. They often feel misunderstood, lonely, and even question their own mission. However, it is important to remember that this journey is, above all, a process of self-transformation. Every obstacle, every attack, and every moment of doubt serves to strengthen the chosen one, aligning them even more with their divine essence. Thus, they learn that their light is not just a tool to transform the world, but also a flame that needs to be nurtured and protected. Being a chosen one is, at its core, a call to be the change that the world needs, even when it means carrying a heavy burden. The chosen ones possess an emotional sensitivity that goes beyond the ordinary. They can sense the energies around them, feeling both the pains and joys of the people who cross their path. This characteristic is a reflection of their deep connection with the spiritual plane, where everything is interconnected. However, this sensitivity, which makes them special, can also be their greatest vulnerability. To a narcissist, who often seeks to manipulate and control, the emotional sensitivity of the chosen ones is seen as an entry point. They see in the chosen ones a fertile ground to project their own needs and insecurities, exploiting their empathy and ability to feel. This dynamic is dangerous because the chosen one, by nature, tends to put the needs of others above their own, making room for manipulation. One of the most striking characteristics of the chosen ones is their deep empathy. They have the ability to put themselves in another's shoes, understanding their pains and anxieties as if they were their own. This ability is a gift but also a challenge. Narcissists, who usually lack empathy, are drawn to this characteristic like a magnet. For them, being close to someone with such deep empathy is like having access to a constant supply of emotional validation and attention. The chosen one, in an attempt to help and heal, often finds themselves trapped in a toxic cycle where their energies are drained and their light begins to fade. That is why it is essential for the chosen ones to learn to balance their empathy with healthy boundaries to avoid being drained by unbalanced relationships. The intuition of the chosen ones is like an internal beacon that guides them through life's storms. They can perceive hidden truths, read between the lines, and sense people's intentions, even when not expressed in words. However, this intuition, which could protect them, is not always heeded. Narcissists are masters at disguising their intentions, using charm, manipulation, and subtle lies to get close. They know how to confuse the chosen one, creating doubts about their own perceptions. Often, the chosen ones ignore their initial intuition, believing they can save the narcissist or help them change. This disconnection from their own intuition can put them in situations of emotional and energetic suffering until they learn to fully trust this gift as a protection tool. Resilience is a trademark of the chosen ones. Even in the face of the greatest adversities, they have an inner strength that makes them rise repeatedly. It is this ability to overcome that makes them so inspiring and, paradoxically, so attractive to narcissistic people. For the narcissist, the resilience of the chosen one represents an endless source of energy and support, someone they can exploit emotionally without fear of completely depleting. Narcissists often test the limits of a chosen one's patience and kindness, playing with their emotions and creating cycles of emotional abuse that challenge their resilience. However, it is precisely this strength that, when fully awakened, allows the chosen one to break toxic bonds and free themselves from these destructive dynamics. The characteristics of the chosen ones, such as sensitivity, empathy, intuition, and resilience, create an interesting paradox. While these qualities make them easy targets for narcissists, they are also the same ones that, when well utilized, allow them to free themselves from these traps and transform themselves and others. Narcissists are attracted to the brilliance of the chosen ones because they unconsciously desire what they have, the ability to love, connect, and evolve spiritually. However, it is crucial that the chosen ones recognize their own value and understand that they are not here to save or carry anyone, but to illuminate the path of those willing to walk with them. When they understand this, the chosen ones become impenetrable to narcissistic manipulations and transform their light into a shield that protects their divine essence. The chosen ones are not on earth by chance. They carry within themselves a deep calling, a mission that transcends the barriers of time and space. This mission is to bring light to a world often immersed in shadows, offering hope, healing, and guidance to lost souls. The chosen ones are like spiritual torches, illuminating the way for those who seek answers and wish to reconnect with their divine essence. However, this responsibility comes with challenges. The light they carry attracts both those who wish to benefit from it and those who try to extinguish it. Every obstacle they face is part of a larger plan, designed to strengthen their connection to the divine purpose and prepare them to fulfill their mission with wisdom and resilience. The path of the chosen ones is filled with tests, and this is no coincidence. These challenges serve as growth tools, shaping the character and spiritual strength of those chosen to carry such an important mission. Intense tests, like dealing with narcissists, overcoming betrayals, or facing periods of isolation and doubt, are essential stages in their journey. These experiences help them develop skills such as discernment, patience, and compassion, while learning to fully trust their intuition and divine guidance. Although these moments are painful, they are invitations for the chosen one to access deeper levels of wisdom and understand the true essence of their mission, to bring transformation not only to the world, but also to themselves. The chosen ones possess a unique healing energy. Whether through words, actions, or simply their presence, they have the ability to touch people's hearts and help them find balance and inner peace. This ability is not something they choose, but something intrinsically linked to their spiritual essence. However, to fulfill this role, the chosen ones constantly need to take care of their own light, protecting it from external influences that try to drain it. Narcissists, for example, are often attracted to this healing energy, seeing in the chosen ones an opportunity to meet their own emotional needs. It is at this moment that the chosen one must remember that their mission is not to save everyone, but to offer their light to those who are ready to receive it with respect and reciprocity. The mission of the chosen ones is not easy, and this is something they learn from an early age. Many face rejections, misunderstandings, and even persecution, whether in the family, social, or professional environment. However, it is precisely in adversities that the chosen ones find their true strength. These difficult moments serve as reminders that their light is powerful and unparalleled, capable of withstanding any attempt to extinguish it. The ability to rise after each fall is one of the hallmarks of the chosen ones, and this resilience inspires others to do the same. Each challenge overcome is a spiritual victory that brings them closer to their greater purpose, showing that their mission, despite arduous, is full of meaning and impact. Fulfilling the spiritual purpose is not just about immediate impact, but also about creating a legacy that inspires future generations. The chosen ones are agents of change, and their role is to plant seeds of light and love in a world that often forgets its divine connection. The work of the chosen ones resonates in the spiritual plane and the collective consciousness, creating waves of transformation that transcend the present. They remind us that, even facing narcissists' challenges and darkness, the light always prevails. Being a chosen one is to be an instrument of the divine, and each step taken on this journey strengthens not only the chosen one, but the entire universe in its constant evolution. The chosen ones have a unique and profound spiritual purpose: to bring light, healing, and transformation to a world that is often immersed in chaos and darkness. They are called to act as bridges between the divine and humanity, channeling messages of hope, love, and spiritual renewal. This mission requires courage because the chosen ones are often placed in situations where their light challenges the status quo, exposing hidden truths and disturbing those who prefer to remain in their comfort zone. However, it is this courage to illuminate the shadows that defines their spiritual role. Even facing resistance, criticism, and misunderstandings, the chosen ones remain firm in their journey, driven by an intimate connection with the higher plane and an unwavering desire to make a difference. The path of the chosen ones is marked by intense challenges that do not arise by chance. These tests are designed to refine their soul and prepare them for the grandeur of their mission. Encounters with narcissistic people, for example, are not merely coincidences but opportunities for the chosen one to learn to discern, set boundaries, and protect their light. Each difficulty faced is an invitation from the universe for the chosen one to develop even more resilience, trust in their intuition, and spiritual wisdom. The tests, though painful, are not punishments but part of a larger process of spiritual refinement. They serve to strengthen the chosen ones, ensuring they are ready to fulfill their purpose in an authentic and powerful way. A central aspect of the chosen one's mission is their ability to bring healing to the world. This healing, however, does not come from an easy and painless journey. On the contrary, it is by facing their own traumas, challenges, and wounds that the chosen ones develop the empathy and wisdom necessary to help others. Encounters with narcissists, for example, often lead the chosen one to a profound process of self-discovery. It is in this process that they learn to heal their own emotional and spiritual wounds, becoming a channel of healing for those around them. Thus, the chosen ones are reminded that their pain is not in vain. It is transformed into a gift that deeply impacts the lives of others, helping them to break free from their own chains. Being a chosen one means carrying a light that does not go unnoticed. This light not only attracts those seeking transformation and growth, but also awakens discomfort in people who live in the shadows, such as narcissists. For the narcissist, the light of the chosen one is a mirror that reflects their own flaws, fears, and inner voids, something they try to avoid at all costs. This dynamic creates inevitable conflicts in which the chosen one needs to learn to protect their energy and remain firm in their purpose. Despite the difficulties, these moments of resistance are opportunities for the chosen ones to expand their spiritual strength, proving that the light they carry is unshakable and that, in the end, darkness can never extinguish the true divine essence. Although the challenges faced by the chosen ones are great, the impact of their spiritual mission is even greater. Every act of kindness, every word of comfort, and every moment of courage creates waves of transformation that echo far beyond their immediate perception. The chosen ones are living reminders that light always prevails, even in the darkest moments. The journey is not about perfection but about perseverance. It is about understanding that, even when they face narcissists or intense tests, they are being guided by a divine force that never abandons them. By remaining faithful to their purpose, the chosen ones not only fulfill their mission of bringing light and healing to the world, but also leave a spiritual legacy that inspires generations to follow the same path of love, faith, and transformation. Narcissism is a widely known but often misunderstood concept. Generally, the term is used to describe individuals who exhibit excessive self-love, a constant need for attention, and an inflated sense of superiority. However, it is important to understand that not all narcissistic behavior indicates the presence of a psychological disorder. Some people may exhibit narcissistic traits occasionally, especially in stressful situations or when seeking social approval. These manifestations can be natural and even adaptive in certain contexts. However, when these characteristics become a persistent pattern, interfering with interpersonal relationships in daily life, we may be facing narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, a more severe and complex condition. Narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD, is a clinical diagnosis defined by specific criteria in the DSM-5, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. People with NPD have a constant pattern of grandiosity, an insatiable need for admiration, and a profound lack of empathy for others. What differentiates NPD from common narcissistic behaviors is the intensity and consistency of these characteristics. Individuals with NPD tend to construct an image of themselves that often masks extremely fragile self-esteem. This mask of grandiosity serves as a defense against deep feelings of inadequacy or rejection. For them, any criticism, no matter how small, can be perceived as a devastating attack, leading to disproportionate and often manipulative reactions. On the other hand, occasional narcissistic behaviors are much more common and do not necessarily indicate the presence of NPD. All of us, at some point, can exhibit attitudes that may seem narcissistic. For example, seeking recognition for a job well done or prioritizing our own desires in an important decision. These moments, although they may seem egocentric, do not reflect a psychological dysfunction, but rather the complexity of human emotions and needs. The problem arises when these attitudes become a persistent pattern, causing suffering for the person and those around them. While NPD is a chronic psychological condition, occasional narcissistic behaviors are usually linked to specific situations and tend to disappear over time. It is essential to understand that narcissism exists on a spectrum. At one end, we find people who exhibit functional and healthy narcissistic traits, such as self-confidence and assertiveness. These traits can even be positive, helping the person achieve goals and deal with challenges. However, at the other end is NPD, where narcissism ceases to be a functional tool and transforms into a destructive pattern. These individuals not only harm their own lives, but also cause significant emotional damage to those around them, especially those who are closest, such as family members, friends, and romantic partners. It is at this point that the chosen ones often come into play, facing the challenges of dealing with these difficult personalities on their spiritual journey. For the chosen ones, it is crucial to identify these differences and understand the dynamics of relationships with narcissists, especially because these interactions often challenge their empathy and spiritual strength. NPD often comes with emotional manipulation, where the narcissistic person may use tactics like guilt, gaslighting, and contempt to maintain control over others. On the other hand, understanding that occasional narcissistic behaviors can arise in anyone helps avoid hasty judgments and cultivate a more balanced view of relationships. Knowing how to distinguish between common narcissistic traits and NPD can be a powerful tool for the chosen ones, helping them protect their energy and maintain their inner light while facing these challenges along the way. One of the most striking characteristics of a narcissist, especially those with narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, is the constant use of manipulation to achieve their goals. These individuals are masters at creating scenarios that place them at the center of attention and in a position of power. Manipulation can take many forms, from subtle strategies like false compliments or empty promises to more aggressive tactics like gaslighting. The latter is particularly destructive, as it makes the victim question their own perception of reality, weakening their confidence and creating an emotional dependency on the narcissist. For the chosen ones, who generally possess an empathetic nature and a strong spiritual connection, this manipulation can be especially harmful, as it tends to undermine their energy and obscure their emotional clarity. Narcissists often feed on this vulnerability, creating a toxic dynamic where the chosen one's empathy is exploited to satisfy the narcissist's insatiable desire for control. Another fundamental aspect of narcissistic behavior is the continuous devaluation of others. To maintain the illusion of superiority, the narcissist needs to belittle those around them, often using criticism, sarcasm, and attitudes of disdain. This devaluation goes hand in hand with the absence of empathy, which is one of the most evident marks of pathological narcissism. A narcissist is incapable of putting themselves in another's shoes, ignoring the emotions, needs, and boundaries of those around them. Instead, they see others only as tools to feed their ego and satisfy their own needs. For the chosen ones, who often possess a spiritual mission and a heightened sense of purpose, dealing with this lack of empathy can be profoundly challenging. This emotional disconnection from narcissists not only wounds but also tests the resilience of the chosen ones, who need to find ways to protect their energy and maintain their light amidst the darkness that the narcissist projects. One of the most powerful tools used by narcissists in their relationships is manipulation. They have an impressive ability to identify people's emotional vulnerabilities and use them to achieve their own goals. This can happen subtly or overtly, depending on the situation and the relationship they have with the victim. One of the most common tactics is gaslighting, in which the narcissist distorts reality so effectively that the victim begins to doubt their own perceptions and memories. This creates a dependency relationship where the narcissist takes total control of the narrative and the emotional life of the other. For the chosen ones, who possess heightened spiritual and emotional sensitivity, this manipulation can be devastating, as it directly touches their weaknesses, attempting to extinguish the inner light that makes them special. Besides manipulation, the need for control is another predominant characteristic of narcissists. They have an obsession with ensuring that everything and everyone around them follows their will. For this, they may resort to tactics of intimidation, emotional blackmail, and even isolating the victim from people who could offer support or advice. Control, for them, is not just a matter of power, but a way to validate the inflated image they have of themselves. When they encounter the chosen ones on their path, this dynamic can intensify. Narcissists perceive the spiritual strength and brilliance of the chosen ones as a direct threat to the dominance they wish to exert. Thus, they try to exert even more control over them, often using the chosen one's natural empathy as a way to manipulate them. Devaluing others is another central pillar of narcissistic behavior. To feel superior, narcissists constantly diminish the value of the people around them. This can manifest through constant criticism, sarcasm, disdain, or even attitudes of indifference. This devaluation is a strategy to keep people in their place, making them feel incapable or inadequate. For the chosen ones, who carry a spiritual mission and often struggle to balance their light in a world full of challenges. This behavior can be particularly painful. Constant devaluation can undermine their confidence and generate doubts about their purpose, attempting to extinguish the strength that makes them unique and special. The absence of empathy, perhaps the most striking characteristic of narcissists, further aggravates the impact of their actions. They are incapable of recognizing or validating other people's feelings, focusing exclusively on their own needs and desires. This lack of empathy creates an emotional void in relationships, leaving the other side of the equation feeling unseen, unheard, or unvalued. For the chosen ones, who have a strong spiritual connection and a natural ability to feel and understand others, this absence of empathy can be a constant test to their own essence. Often, the chosen ones wonder why their acts of love and kindness are not reciprocated, but this lack of reciprocity is inherent in narcissistic behavior. The combination of manipulation, control, devaluation, and absence of empathy creates an emotionally toxic environment for anyone involved with a narcissist. For the chosen ones, this interaction is not only a psychological challenge, but also a spiritual one. However, these encounters are not by chance. They are part of a larger journey of learning and strengthening. Each interaction with a narcissist can teach the chosen ones valuable lessons about self-worth, healthy boundaries, and the importance of protecting their inner light. Although painful, this path can lead to spiritual growth and the awakening of a strength that the chosen ones did not even know they possessed. This truth is something no one tells you, but it is essential to understand why these personalities appear in your path and how to overcome them. Narcissists have the ability to create deep wounds in the self-esteem of the chosen ones. They operate manipulatively, often implanting doubts in the minds of their victims. Through techniques like gaslighting, they make the chosen ones question their perceptions, emotions, and even their sanity. This corrosive process undermines the confidence the chosen ones have in themselves and in the greater purpose of their lives. Over time, these experiences can lead to a paralyzing sense of inadequacy, where the chosen one feels small, incapable of fulfilling their mission, or shining with their unique light. The narcissist, driven by envy and a desire for control, often identifies the strength and authenticity of the chosen one and, therefore, seeks to sabotage them. In the spiritual realm, the damage can be even more devastating. The narcissist often attacks the chosen one's faith, using words or actions to discredit their beliefs or disconnect their spirituality. They plant seeds of doubt about the chosen one's spiritual purpose, questioning their intuitions, divine connections, and even the value of their journey. This can lead the chosen one to feel spiritually lost, disconnected from the source, and unable to access the signs that once guided them. It is as if a cloud of dense energy is created, blocking the chosen one's spiritual clarity and discernment. This disconnection, although temporary, can create cycles of suffering and disorientation. Another powerful weapon used by narcissists is guilt. They have the ability to distort reality in such a way that the chosen one ends up feeling responsible for situations beyond their control. Guilt becomes a tool to keep the chosen one trapped, weakened, and vulnerable to manipulation. This feeling of undue responsibility can drive the chosen one away from their own self-care and purpose, as they begin to prioritize the narcissist's demands and needs. This emotional and spiritual imbalance drains the chosen one's vital energy, creating barriers to their ability to manifest their light and live in fullness. Isolation is also a common experience for the chosen ones who cross paths with narcissists. Often, these manipulators work to distance the chosen one from their support networks, such as friends, family, or spiritual communities. They create false narratives or conflict situations that end up leaving the chosen one alone, with no one to trust. This isolation is strategic because the more lonely the chosen one feels, the easier it is for the narcissist to exert control and continue draining their energy. However, it is in this moment of solitude that many chosen ones begin to awaken to the reality of manipulation and seek spiritual and emotional help to break free. The cumulative impact of experiences with narcissists can create a profound imbalance in the heart and soul of the chosen ones. Constant exposure to manipulation, criticism, and negative energy can leave emotional scars that take time to heal. The chosen one may feel drained, lacking the strength to continue their journey. However, it is important to remember that these experiences, as painful as they are, also serve as a test of endurance and spiritual learning. When the chosen ones can identify the damage, heal their wounds, and reconnect with their divine essence, they become even stronger, more aware, and more aligned with their purpose. It is in this rebirth that narcissists lose their power, and the light of the chosen one shines even more intensely. Challenging experiences with narcissists may initially seem like a major obstacle in the chosen one's journey. However, these situations often conceal divine teachings that shape and strengthen those who experience them. One of the main lessons is resilience. Each emotional and spiritual blow suffered, each manipulation faced, teaches the chosen ones to rise, rebuild their strength, and become more resistant to adversity. It is like the process of forging a sword in fire. The heat and pressure that seem unbearable at the moment are precisely what strengthen the blade. Thus, the chosen ones discover that they possess an unshakable capacity to persevere, even when everything seems lost. Besides resilience, these experiences are true schools of self-knowledge. Facing narcissists forces the chosen ones to look within themselves, identifying their vulnerabilities, limits, and needs. They learn to discern between what is true and what is manipulation, developing a clearer vision of who they truly are. This painful process often leads the chosen ones to rediscover their own light, realizing that the attacks they received were not reflections of their weakness, but rather their strength. The self-knowledge that emerges from these situations empowers them to stand more firmly in their journeys, protecting their energy and establishing healthy boundaries. Faith is another essential pillar that arises from these experiences. When confronted with the difficulties imposed by narcissists, the chosen ones are often led to question the purpose of their pain and the reason behind these trials. However, it is precisely in these moments of doubt that faith is strengthened. By seeking answers in their spiritual connection, the chosen ones begin to understand that these experiences are part of a larger plan, designed to prepare them for even greater challenges in their mission. They learn to trust more deeply in the divine, recognizing that, even in darkness, the light of spiritual guidance is always present. One of the most profound teachings is the recognition that these encounters are not merely coincidences, but essential parts of a larger mission. The chosen ones often attract narcissists precisely because their light and authenticity make them targets. However, this dynamic also serves to refine the chosen ones, helping them develop compassion, empathy, and wisdom. By understanding the spiritual purpose behind these encounters, the chosen ones can transcend the pain and transform it into a driving force to help others. They become leaders, guides, and sources of inspiration, sharing their stories of overcoming and strengthening those who also face similar challenges. The chosen ones learn that each challenge, no matter how difficult, is an opportunity for spiritual growth. Narcissists, even unknowingly, play an important role as agents of transformation in the lives of the chosen ones. These experiences teach that suffering is not in vain, and that there is divine wisdom hidden in every moment of pain. By recognizing and embracing these teachings, the chosen ones can transcend the negative impact of these experiences and reconnect with their true essence. This reconnection strengthens their mission, allowing them to move forward with more clarity, purpose, and faith, knowing they are exactly where they should be on their spiritual journey. Identifying a narcissist in your circle requires attention to subtle behaviors and repetitive patterns that often go unnoticed. One of the most evident signs is excessive self-focus. Narcissists tend to centralize all conversations, disregarding the feelings or needs of others. They feed on praise and recognition, often exaggerating their achievements and minimizing or disregarding others' efforts. Another sign is the inability to take responsibility for their actions. They frequently blame others for mistakes or problems while avoiding any form of self-criticism. Additionally, behaviors such as emotional manipulation, using words to control or belittle, and creating a tense environment are recurring characteristics. If you notice that, when interacting with someone, you constantly feel drained, confused, or doubtful about your own worth, it may be a sign that you are dealing with a narcissist. Another important point is to observe the emotional traps they build. Narcissists have a special talent for using techniques like gaslighting, where they manipulate the victim's perception of reality, making them question their sanity or memory. Additionally, they often alternate behaviors of praise and validation with criticism or rejection, creating an addictive emotional cycle that keeps their victims trapped. They may also try to isolate their victims from friends and family, using lies or creating conflict situations that weaken external connections. The key to avoiding falling into these traps is to observe how this person treats you in the long run. Narcissists usually show a pattern of destructive behavior, even if they initially seem charming or charismatic. Recognizing these signs and trusting your intuition is essential to protect your energy and avoid being sucked into emotional manipulation. One of the most important tools for strengthening yourself emotionally and spiritually in the face of narcissists is learning to set clear and healthy boundaries. These boundaries are like protective shields, preventing their negative energy from invading your sacred space. It is essential to understand that, as a chosen one, you possess a light that often attracts those who wish to extinguish or exploit this luminosity for their own benefit. When you say no firmly and lovingly, you are honoring your value, preserving your energy, and protecting your essence. This can be challenging at first, especially if you are used to pleasing others or fear confrontation. However, each time you set a boundary, you are taking a step toward your emotional freedom and strengthening your connection with your spiritual purpose. Recognizing narcissist behavior patterns is crucial to avoid being caught up in emotional manipulation. They often use strategies such as guilt, devaluation, and control to maintain power over their victims. By identifying these patterns, you become less susceptible to the emotional traps they create. Reflect on the situations you have already faced and notice the signs that indicate when someone is trying to manipulate or exploit you. This recognition is a form of spiritual strengthening because it opens your eyes to see the truth and trust more in your intuition. Self-knowledge, in this process, is the key to regaining control over your life and emotions. Besides practical strategies, spiritual strengthening is essential to face the challenges that narcissists can bring along your journey. As a chosen one, you have a special connection with the divine, which can be an infinite source of strength, comfort, and wisdom. Set aside daily moments for prayer, meditation, or spiritual practices that nourish your soul. This is the time to anchor yourself in your faith, whatever it may be, and remember that you are never alone. Ask the universe, your spiritual guides, or God to give you discernment and protection. This connection with the higher plane will not only help ward off negative energies, but also give you clarity to face each situation with courage and serenity. Seeking therapeutic support is a powerful decision that demonstrates self-care and a commitment to your own healing. Often, dealing with narcissists can leave deep emotional scars, such as insecurity, low self-esteem, and even trauma. A qualified therapist can help you better understand how these relationships have impacted you and rebuild your self-esteem. Moreover, therapy offers practical tools to deal with emotional abuse and strengthen your resilience. By combining therapeutic support with your spiritual practice, you create a solid foundation to overcome challenges and grow even more as a human being and a chosen one. Remember, asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but an act of courage and strength. Strengthening yourself emotionally and spiritually in the face of narcissists requires a balance between body, mind, and spirit. Practices such as physical exercise, yoga, mindfulness, and a balanced diet can help release accumulated stress and maintain your energy levels. When we take care of our body, we are sending a message to the universe that we value the temple where our soul resides. At the same time, nourish your mind with knowledge that elevates your consciousness, such as books, lectures, or videos on spirituality, self-development, and emotional intelligence. This balance creates an inner fortress that is resistant to negative influences. By strengthening yourself holistically, you not only protect your light but also amplify it, inspiring others to do the same and showing that, as a chosen one, you are destined to shine regardless of circumstances. Prayer is one of the most powerful tools at the disposal of the chosen ones to face the emotional and spiritual challenges imposed by narcissists. When you connect with God through prayer, you are opening a direct channel of communication with a divine source of wisdom, protection, and strength. It is through this practice that you can ask for guidance to discern hidden intentions, strength to set boundaries, and peace not to be shaken by provocations. Prayer is not just a request, but also a moment of surrender and trust. When we pray, we place our battles in the hands of the divine, allowing him to guide and protect us, even in the most challenging situations. If prayer is the conversation with God, meditation is the silent listening to the divine response. For the chosen ones, meditating is an essential practice to maintain emotional and spiritual balance. During meditation, you can silence external confusion, disconnect from negative energies, and tune in to the divine flow of peace and clarity. This is particularly important when dealing with narcissists, as they have the ability to generate emotional chaos. Meditating helps neutralize these impacts, strengthening your energy and restoring your inner harmony. Imagine yourself enveloped by a divine light while meditating, protecting yourself from all negative influences. By incorporating meditation into your routine, you create a spiritual fortress that no attack can bring down. When you face emotional or spiritual attacks, maintaining the connection with God is crucial not to get lost in feelings of doubt, fear, or insecurity. This can be done practically through small prayers throughout the day or affirmation phrases that reinforce your inner strength. For example, when you feel your energy is being drained, close your eyes and say, "God, protect my mind, my heart, and my soul. Reinforce my spiritual shield and guide me in light and love." This simple act of reconnecting with the divine can change your perspective instantly, repelling the energies that try to bring you down. Never underestimate the power of a heart connected to God, for this strength is unshakable. Here is an example of a prayer you can use whenever you feel you are being emotionally or spiritually attacked. Lord, I place myself before your presence, asking for protection and strength. Envelop me with your divine light and form an impenetrable shield around me against all negativity, manipulation, and spiritual attack. Renew my energy, restore my peace, and strengthen my faith. I trust in your wisdom and power to guide and protect me. Allow me to remain firm in my light and purpose, regardless of the circumstances. May only divine love and truth reach my heart. Amen. This prayer is a reminder that you are never alone, and that your strength does not come only from you, but from a divine source that is always by your side. Besides prayer and meditation, adopting daily affirmations can be a powerful way to reinforce your connection with God and strengthen your spirituality. Repeating phrases like, "I am protected by the divine light that guides me at all times," "Nothing can steal my peace, for it is anchored in God," or "I am a chosen one, and no harm can touch me," creates an energetic shield around you. The words you affirm daily shape your reality, attracting protection, clarity, and courage. These practices, combined, help you walk with confidence and serenity, knowing that, as a chosen one, you are guided and supported at every step of your journey. Prayer is one of the most powerful tools at the disposal of the chosen ones to face the emotional and spiritual challenges imposed by narcissists. When you connect with God through prayer, you are opening a direct channel of communication with a divine source of wisdom, protection, and strength. It is through this practice that you can ask for guidance to discern hidden intentions, strength to set boundaries, and peace not to be shaken by provocations. Prayer is not just a request, but also a moment of surrender and trust. When we pray, we place our battles in the hands of the divine, allowing him to guide and protect us, even in the most challenging situations. This moment of communion strengthens not only your faith, but also your ability to remain calm amidst the emotional storms created by narcissists. It is like a safe harbor where your soul can rest and be revitalized to continue the journey. If prayer is the conversation with God, meditation is the silent listening to the divine response. For the chosen ones, meditating is an essential practice to maintain emotional and spiritual balance. During meditation, you can silence external confusion, disconnect from negative energies, and tune in to the divine flow of peace and clarity. This is particularly important when dealing with narcissists, as they have the ability to generate emotional chaos. Meditating helps neutralize these impacts, strengthening your energy and restoring your inner harmony. Imagine yourself enveloped by a divine light while meditating, protecting yourself from all negative influences. This daily practice not only strengthens your connection with God, but also creates a spiritual protection field that prevents external attacks from draining your energy. By incorporating meditation into your routine, you develop an inner fortress that no emotional or spiritual attack can bring down. Cutting toxic ties, especially with narcissists, is an act of self-love and spiritual protection. It's important to understand that distancing yourself from these relationships is not an act of weakness or escape, but a conscious decision to protect your peace and energy. The first step in this process is recognizing that you deserve to live in an environment where your value is respected and your light is not dimmed. Facing this reality can be painful because often these ties come with guilt, fear, or even emotional manipulation. However, it is essential to remember that staying in toxic relationships drains your energy and hinders your spiritual growth. With courage, establish firm boundaries and, if necessary, gradually end contact, prioritizing your emotional and mental health. It is possible to communicate clearly and compassionately, but without opening space for manipulations or harmful returns. By making this decision, you are choosing your emotional and spiritual freedom, a crucial step towards walking towards fulfillment. The process of cutting toxic ties can be challenging, but it is also an opportunity to find peace and reconnect with your essence. After ending these connections, it is common to feel a mix of relief and emptiness because you are breaking patterns that, harmful as they were ingrained in your life. This is where self-knowledge and reconnection with your purpose come into play. Fill this space with practices that nourish your soul, such as meditation, prayer, spiritual reading, or activities that bring joy and meaning. Remember that true peace does not depend on who is around you, but on how you take care of your internal energy. As you free yourself from toxic relationships, the universe opens doors to new connections based on love, respect, and authenticity. Allow yourself to trust this process, knowing that, as a chosen one, each step towards your liberation is also a step towards your greater destiny. But why do narcissists appear so frequently in the path of the chosen ones? There is something much greater behind these seemingly painful encounters, something that goes beyond suffering and emotional exhaustion. They do not appear just to cause chaos in your life, but to fulfill a hidden and, in a way, strategic role. These individuals act as dark mirrors, testing your light and revealing strengths within you that, until then, may have been dormant. It is in the confrontation with darkness that the true essence of your light manifests and strengthens. This hidden reason, which will be revealed later, is one of the most transformative truths you need to understand to advance in your journey. But before reaching this great revelation, let's address an equally important point. Why does God allow these encounters to happen? After all, if you are a chosen one, why would you need to face such intense trials? There is a spiritual vision behind these tests that few know. And remember, nothing happens by chance. Each encounter brings a necessary lesson for your evolution. Let's understand this now. Nothing happens by chance. God, in His infinite wisdom, allows the chosen ones to cross paths with narcissistic people because these encounters are, in fact, disguised lessons. Narcissists do not appear in your life by coincidence. They are strategically placed as mirrors that reflect your vulnerabilities, poorly established boundaries, and sometimes even parts of yourself that need to be healed. It is through pain, disappointments, and injustices that you are challenged to grow spiritually, find your inner strength, and develop unshakable confidence in yourself and your connection with the divine. These encounters are like fire forges that purify your soul, removing what is impure and strengthening what is essential for your journey. God allows these encounters because He sees the potential for learning in each experience. Narcissists often act as catalysts for change. They expose patterns that you may unconsciously carry, such as the need to please, difficulty saying no, or fear of imposing limits. When you face these situations, it's as if the universe is telling you, it's time to change, it's time to strengthen. The suffering caused by these people can be transformed into wisdom, and that's why God allows these trials to happen. He knows that, in the end, the chosen one will not only survive but will come out of this experience stronger, wiser, and closer to their spiritual mission. From a spiritual perspective, these encounters are also tests to refine your faith. When a chosen one faces a narcissist, they are placed in a position of choice. Maintain their integrity and continue in the light, or get lost in the darkness of manipulation and resentment. God allows these tests because they reveal the depth of your connection with Him. Do you trust the divine plan even when it seems like everything is falling apart? Are you able to forgive even when it seems impossible? These challenges test your faith, but also offer the opportunity for a deeper spiritual awakening, where you discover that with God, you can overcome anything. Additionally, it's important to understand that these encounters also relate to your mission of healing and light. The chosen ones are not just those who face difficulties. They are those who learn to transform these difficulties into inspiration for others. By going through these experiences with narcissists, you not only grow, but also become a living example of overcoming and resilience for those around you. God allows these encounters because He knows you are capable of enduring and transforming these situations into something powerful, something that positively impacts the world. Your journey is not just about you, but about how your light can illuminate others. Remember that encountering narcissists is, above all, a reminder of the greater purpose God has for your life. Each pain, each injustice, and each battle faced with these people is a piece of the puzzle that composes your spiritual evolution. God is shaping you, strengthening you, and teaching you to protect yourself while still keeping your heart open to love and compassion. These encounters are not meant to destroy you but to prepare you. After all, how can you fulfill your divine mission of guiding others if you do not learn to overcome the deepest challenges? God allows these encounters because He knows that, in the end, you will come out of this battle not only as a winner, but as an example of faith, strength, and transformation. The pain caused by encounters with narcissists may seem unbearable at the moment it occurs, but for the chosen ones, this pain has a greater purpose. God allows you to experience situations of pain not to punish you, but so that you learn to draw strength from within yourself. When a narcissist tries to diminish you, manipulate your emotions, or question your worth, you are forced to look at yourself and find your inner strength. This experience, though painful, helps you realize that your light is greater than any darkness that tries to engulf you. The pain becomes a catalyst for your transformation. Growing spiritually means learning to detach from external expectations and find peace within yourself, even in the midst of chaos. Narcissists test your ability to trust the divine purpose even when the circumstances around you seem hopeless. They challenge you to transcend pain and discover what truly matters: your connection with God, your purpose, and your growth as a soul. Pain is like a seed planted in the soil. If nurtured with faith and wisdom, it will germinate and bear fruits of strength, resilience, and spiritual clarity. Transforming pain into strength also means learning to set healthy boundaries and recognize your own value. Narcissists often test your ability to say no and put yourself first. When you learn to establish these boundaries, you are not only protecting your energy, but also aligning with the divine purpose of becoming the best version of yourself. Each time you say enough and choose the path of light, you are transforming the pain caused by these experiences into a strength that will take you even further on your spiritual journey. Trusting the divine purpose is essential for the chosen ones, especially when facing challenges like dealing with narcissists. It's easy to question why these people are in your life, or why you need to endure so much pain. However, when you trust that God has a perfect plan for you, it is possible to find peace even in the most difficult situations. The divine purpose is not to reveal everything at once, but to allow you to discover, step by step, how each experience, no matter how painful, is shaping you into something greater. This trust in the divine purpose is what allows the chosen ones to face adversities without losing faith. When you understand that each encounter with a narcissist has a purpose, you begin to look at these situations with different eyes. You realize that God is using these encounters to strengthen you, to teach you to trust Him more, and to prepare you for something greater. Faith in the divine purpose does not eliminate the pain but gives it meaning, and this completely changes the way you face challenges. Moreover, trusting the divine purpose means surrendering control of situations beyond your reach to God. Narcissists often try to destabilize you, put you in situations of doubt and fear, but when you surrender these challenges to God, you release the burden you carry. This surrender is not a sign of weakness, but of wisdom, because you understand that you are not alone and that there is a greater purpose at work in your life. It is this trust that transforms chaos into order and suffering into learning. Narcissists, as difficult as it may be to admit, play a significant role in the spiritual journey of the chosen ones. They are like tools used by God to reveal your weaknesses and strengthen your soul. Each challenge they bring is an opportunity for growth. They expose emotional and spiritual patterns that need to be healed, forcing you to face your shadows and seek the light within yourself. Although they may seem like adversaries, they are actually helping you become who you truly are. The presence of narcissists in the lives of the chosen ones also teaches valuable lessons about compassion and forgiveness. As difficult as it may be, learning to forgive those who have hurt you is an essential step in your spiritual evolution. Forgiveness does not mean justifying their behavior, but freeing yourself from the burden of hurt and resentment. This liberation is what allows you to continue your journey without being hindered by the chains of the past. Narcissists, in this sense, are like teachers who teach difficult but necessary lessons. Additionally, narcissists help the chosen ones reach their maximum potential by challenging their resilience. They test your patience, your strength, and your ability to remain true to your essence, even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. These challenges serve as a form of spiritual training, preparing you to handle even greater situations in your divine mission. Each time you overcome a challenge caused by a narcissist, you come closer to your true potential. Narcissists are reminders that the spiritual journey of the chosen ones is not about avoiding pain, but about transcending it. They force you to step out of your comfort zone, confront your fears, and seek strength in places you didn't even know existed. It is through these encounters that you discover the depth of your connection with God and the true extent of your inner light. Ultimately, narcissists are tools for growth that, even unknowingly, play a fundamental role in fulfilling the divine purpose in your life. We have reached the most anticipated moment of this video, the one where all the pieces start to come together. Up to this point, we have explored the characteristics, challenges, and pains that narcissists can cause on the path of the chosen ones. But now, it's time to reveal the true purpose behind these experiences. Get ready, because this revelation can completely change the way you see these interactions. The hidden reason why narcissists appear in your life is not just about them, but about you. They are here to test your light, confront your shadows, and above all, help you recognize and activate the divine strength that resides within you. Each encounter, no matter how challenging, is a call for you to rise, strengthen your essence, and shine like never before. Narcissists do not cross the path of the chosen ones by chance. They are catalysts for transformation. When they appear, it is as if the universe is placing you in front of a mirror so that you can see yourself more clearly. These encounters are uncomfortable and often painful, but they have a greater purpose: to test your light. They challenge your limits, question your essence, and in many cases, try to overshadow your brilliance. But the truth is that behind this dynamic lies the invitation for you to recognize and awaken your inner divine strength. It is in moments of adversity, when you feel most vulnerable, that your true essence begins to emerge. The chosen ones have a unique light that shines in everything they do. This light, however, does not go unnoticed, especially by narcissists. They are like moths attracted to a flame, but instead of admiring it, they try to extinguish it. It is important to understand that their behavior is not about you, but about the shadows they carry. When confronted by your authenticity and kindness, they feel threatened because your light reflects the parts of themselves they prefer to hide. The presence of narcissists on your journey is not an attack on your worth, but an opportunity to affirm who you are and not allow anyone to diminish your essence. Narcissists play a crucial role in your spiritual growth. They challenge your ability to set boundaries, stand up for your truth, and above all, love yourself unconditionally. Each manipulation, criticism, or attempt at control is actually a test. You will be tempted to doubt yourself, but by overcoming these situations, you discover that you are much stronger than you imagined. These interactions, though difficult, help shape your resilience, empathy, and wisdom. They are reminders that, even in the storms, your light cannot be extinguished. Amid the chaos these relationships can cause, there is a hidden gift: the reconnection with the divine within you. Suffering, though unwanted, has the power to open doors to spiritual transformation. It is in pain that many find their true strength, and by facing narcissists, you learn to value who you really are. What they try to destroy is actually what the universe wants you to strengthen. Each confrontation is a chance to reaffirm your connection with something greater, and to remember that you are here with a unique and unshakable purpose. Narcissists often teach, in a harsh way, the importance of self-love. They show you where you still need to strengthen, where there are insecurities or doubts that need to be healed. By learning to protect yourself from these energies, you are also learning to protect your spiritual essence. This does not mean closing yourself off or hardening your heart, but understanding that your energy is sacred and that you have the right to choose where to place it. Setting clear boundaries is an act of self-care and a demonstration of love for yourself. It may seem contradictory, but narcissists, in their attempt to extinguish your light, end up helping you shine even brighter. They show that even amidst conflicts and challenges, you have the power to rise and keep moving forward. With each attempt they make to diminish you, your soul has the chance to expand. It's like the process of polishing a diamond. Through pressure and friction, its true beauty and strength are revealed. Do not underestimate the transformative impact of these encounters. One of the greatest lessons these relationships bring is the importance of not absorbing the negative energies that narcissists project. They may try to make you feel small, but that perception is a reflection of them, not of you. By developing your emotional and spiritual intelligence, you learn to detach from these projections and keep your energy intact. You realize that you do not need to carry pain or insecurities that are not yours, and that is liberating. The presence of narcissists is a constant reminder that you are capable of overcoming any challenge. Each experience with them is an opportunity to grow in wisdom, courage, and self-love. They test your patience, your strength, and even your faith, but by doing so, they help solidify the incredible person you are becoming. It's important to remember that regardless of their attempts to diminish you, your essence remains intact and untouchable. Looking back at your journey so far, remember all the times you overcame challenges that seemed impossible. You are stronger than you think and more resilient than you believe. Narcissists may try to shake your confidence, but each time you rise, you prove that nothing can extinguish your light. Trust the process and remember that you are not alone. Each challenge is an opportunity to grow, learn, and above all, shine. Now is the time to turn this journey into something even more meaningful. Share your experiences in the comments and inspire others who may be facing similar situations. Your story has power and can bring comfort and hope to many people. Also, reflect on the lessons discussed today and seek to apply them in your life. Remember that each small step towards your truth is a giant leap on your spiritual journey. You are light, and the world needs your shine. And now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever crossed paths with a narcissist who tried to extinguish your light, but you felt that something greater strengthened you to keep going? Share your story in the comments. Every word you share can be an act of faith and an inspiration to other chosen ones facing the same battle. Also, leave "I am light, and nothing can extinguish me" as a powerful reminder of who you are and the strength you carry within you. Let's create a community of support and strength here in the comments. Thank you for staying with me until the end. If this content resonated with your heart, follow the channel, like, and share this video with those who might also relate. Now that you understand how narcissists try to divert the chosen ones from their journey, it's time to discover something even more impactful. The mystery behind how the eyes of the chosen ones change during the spiritual awakening. Click now on the next video that appeared on the screen and see with your own eyes the revelation that can transform your life. Don't let this truth escape you.